Tick, 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 tick. Boom! Ba-da-ba.
He has the enviable talent of being able to sleep anywhere, anytime. He once fell asleep on a cable car and only woke up after he'd already gone up the mountain and back down again. We booked this cabin because it's centrally located, easy to duck in whenever we need to. Of course, the fact that it's a first-class cabin with a huge bathroom and shower had nothing to do with it. As soon as I've swapped the jewels, I'll treat myself to a hot shower, and then we'll see how the evening progresses. As soon as I've swapped... Okay then. I am Patricia Mayers. Young, attractive, clueless. I am Patricia Mayers.
Interesting. Welcome back to the Raven Remastered.
Bravo! Bravissimo! Fantastico!
Would it be okay for you if I get some fresh air up on deck?
Of course, my dear. Give my regards to the sea.
The sea? I don't think the sea can speak your language. If it could.
I'm not
It
an
would.
expert, but I think that Mr. Kreutzer really is a very skilled violinist. At least, I liked it, and the captain was certainly smitten. Excuse me, gentlemen.
She can't have meant you, Mr. Kreutzer.
Why don't you just let me have a conversation with the young lady?
I just wanted...
Did you count the rings on your fingers, my dear?
I think I'm going to stretch my legs.
But, Mr. Kreutzer, please stay. You simply must tell me more about your wonderful violin.
If you insist.
There seems to be tension between the violinist and the writer. I'd better not get involved.
Okay. Why?
Wooden salad tongs, just small enough to carry around unseen.
Sure. That makes sense.
A wonderful concert, wasn't it?
I wouldn't
No.
have expected you to be a connoisseur of classical music.
Because I'm American?
Because you're young, and friendly, and radiant. Someone like you doesn't have to know a lot to get along well in life.
Are you easily prejudiced at your age?
In my long experience, there's often a core of truth at the center of every prejudice.
Prejudice is the reason of fools.
Was that written in the book you once read?
Oh, I've read many books. Good books.
But not my books, you mean to say.
You're a writer?
Mm-hmm. What can I do for you, Miss...
Mayers. You know, I'm not planning on throwing myself at a man.
I'm glad to hear it. You have to work. Earn your own money.
Oh, I will. My grades are excellent, and I really want to study acting in New York.
None of my books has ever been made into a good film. The stories were twisted, shortened, and simplified so that even the dimmest fellow could follow them.
I want to do theater and travel. I speak 3 languages.
That would be 3 more than most people your age can speak. Do what you have to do. But stay away from bad men.
Is this your first trip on the Lydia?
That's quite enough. Life is too short for conversations like this. I do wish that rather delightful Swiss policeman had come along.
I heard you had an interesting trip on the train.
It was thrilling. I'm hoping for an encore. Perhaps in Cairo.
Mr. Kreutzer possesses impressive technique, don't you think?
He certainly does. His numerous playmates in Austria can tell you more about it than I.
You mean Mr. Kreutzer is a womanizer?
I'm not talking about cheap skirts. I'm talking about expensive
Let's
clothes.
go.
A man like him needs funds to support his lifestyle. Just go over to him, my dear. Tell the maestro that your family is wealthy. You have everything he's looking for. Money and a pretty face.
Hold your tongue.
Mr. Kreutzer, Lady Westmacott, please.
Or did you have your eye on me, Mr. Kreutzer? Old, yes, but rich.
Jezebel.
Mr. Kreutzer, Maestro.
That's better. Freeloader.
You and Mr. Kreutzer, you seem to know each other.
Not really. But I know his type. Parasites who cling to the rich and famous and suck them dry. The young, misunderstood painter. The innovative writer who writes books that no one wants to read. The musical talent that has to be supported. The ladies and gentlemen of high society let the others use them and call themselves patrons. Another word for fool.
Didn't you finance archaeological excavations in the Near East and Egypt?
For my husband, and I was there myself. I catalogued items for him, and I didn't show him off like a trophy at cocktail parties, but my son was one of them, the worst kind. The kind that sucks not only the money, but also the life right out of a person.
May I take my leave?
You may.
The lady, I shouldn't talk to her unless I have some...
Okay. Bye.
He's sweating profusely. Burst capillaries and a sweet odor. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain for a role model, and that they stay sober for the rest of the trip. He's sweating. I hope the crew doesn't take the... Lovely big towel. I hope tomorrow I'll have a chance to sunbathe and enjoy the rest of the trip. A deck chair in the sunshine on a cruise ship. I'd be a fool to miss out on that tomorrow, but I have to take care of my duties before I can relax in the sun. A handsome man and a talented musician.
Let's go talk to him.
Hello, Mr. Kreutzer.
Do you want to have a go at me, like the old witch in there?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Now is not the best time.
Why is it so fucking
I
dark?
just wanted to tell you that I really loved your music, and that Lady Westmacott did not have the right to speak to you like that.
Really? How do you know? You don't know me.
Then, did she have the right?
No, she didn't. That cynical old witch enjoys exposing the weaknesses of others, although we all have them. She as well. She lusts for recognition and acts as though it weren't so disgraceful. She rejects prizes and awards with snide remarks, but she's angry when others receive them. She needs to know that she's better than others.
You seem to know her quite well.
I've only met her once or twice, but I know her son and some of her friends. One friend of hers supported me for a long time. No one is brave enough to say it to her face, but everyone hates her.
Her or her success? You're so talented. Why aren't you performing on the world's great stages?
Fate, perhaps. Or bad luck. My parents opened every door for me and my sister and expected corresponding careers.
Overambitious parents who force their children to play music?
No, it wasn't like that. I loved it. I loved to play the violin. They didn't have to force me. I wanted to do it on my own. I thought I would achieve my goals if only I worked hard enough. But it was not to be.
What happened?
In a more dramatic story, I'd say that I broke my hand just before my big break, or that I was rejected because of my nationality or my name, or that I was brought down by a conspiracy. But nothing like that ever happened. I practiced like mad. I got better and better, really good. But nothing happened. The right people never heard me. I was never in the right place at the right time. Can you imagine how it feels to always be on the cusp of a breakthrough? To be just one evening away from becoming an overnight sensation? To see how other, less talented violinists pass you by because you just aren't lucky enough?
How terrible.
For every star in the limelight, there are a dozen more that burn out unseen, fading month by month. I didn't want to be one of those people who waste their lives chasing dreams without realizing that they're unattainable. If I couldn't have the life that I always dreamt of, and that my family expected from me, then at least I could have the next best life.
The next best life?
Mansions, limousines, parties, everything you could wish for. Though none of it belongs to me.
The lady called you a freeloader.
An ugly word, but maybe not so far from the truth. I move with the rich and famous, and at first glance, I live exactly the life my father always wished for me. A carefree life, easygoing. And I play the violin, which I always loved to do.
But it's not really like that.
It's empty. My life is just a shell. A show, and everyone knows it. I loved something once, and I burned for it. But now, the violin is just an accessory for practicing my real profession.
And your family?
How could I ever look them in the eyes? A failed violinist who gave up.
What does the future hold?
Isn't it? Oh, my hands are starting to
Oh my god, shut up, I don't care anymore.
With my father's pistol. It... Fate won't even grant me a quick death. No. It's too late now.
I don't know.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, bro. So sad.
Practicality was definitely placed ahead of design here. I guess the Lydia regularly docks at harbours that don't have their own gangways. And rather than make the passengers climb ladders, they opted for the less beautiful alternative.
Yeah. Fair.
Two handsome sailors are standing at the table and studying a marine map. Good thing they're busy. I can have a look around without being disturbed. If that does...
I didn't say go downstairs.
A classic. The thief enters through the ventilation shaft. Can it really be that easy? No, it can't. The cover is screwed shut.
Use the other tongue.
All the first-class cabins have their own ventilation. The shaft might be my best point of entry, but unfortunately, the cover... No idea what kind of flag this is. But the pole it's attached to could be very useful one day. It's about 80 centimeters long and looks quite stable. Yes, it's sturdy, but it's also too cumbersome to carry around. But... no, there's no gap to put the pole in. I can't
Ah.
I could tie the bath towel around the pole, put the pole across the ventilation shaft, and climb down with the help of the towel. Sounds like a plan.
I am a genius.
No, there's no gap.
I am a genius. Alright. Good to know. Anything else? Nope. I think interesting. Cool.
This should be the entrance to the cargo hold. Not really my concern.
Okay. Fair.
Bull, curling, shuffleboard.
Cool.
The two of them seemed to be in a private conversation. When Adil and I were following the professor in London, I was disguised. But that doesn't mean he won't recognize me now. No, I won't talk to them as long as I can avoid it.
Okay. Hey, it's me. How you doing? I'm on the ship. You thief. You gonna do lock me up? Yes. Yes, I will. Oh.
I'm sure I could help you if... Stand aside. If you told me what you're looking for. You're just getting in my way. Now get out. I'll wait at the door, madam. Yes. Oh, Miss...
Mayors?
Can I help you?
No, I'm just having a look around the ship. Good day. Oh, that was close.
What the fuck are you doing? Talk to
Inch is
him.
intelligent and ruthless, a dangerous combination. He's not a brilliant planner. I'm afraid he might suspect that something is wrong. I think he's frightening. You look in his face and you'd believe that he's at peace with the world and himself. From one moment to the next. No, you...
Okay.
The poster proudly announces the...
Yeah, I don't really care about a fucking poster.
Come in. How can I help you, young lady?
Are you the ship's doctor?
Yes, of course.
You see, that's what I thought, because you've got a uniform and you work in the medical center.
Well spotted, young lady. My name is Dr. Gephardt. How can I help you?
What are the other passengers like?
Listen, young lady, I do not really have time to chat right now. Today is my first day, and it is going differently than I had expected.
You do seem a little stressed. Maybe you should relax. Stress isn't good for you.
You're right. If there is nothing else I can help you with.
But you weren't really helpful at all. Maybe I'll come back later. Bye now.
Bye now.
The good doctor seems to be... The only regular event, judging from the rest of the entertainment program. Several journals and magazines. There's something about the exhibition. Unique masterpieces exhibited for the first time.
Blah blah blah.
We briefly discussed whether we should try to steal the second eye here on the ship. The lack of escape routes and the 10-centimeter thick door to the safe settled the question. Legrand is an important part of our plan. He's the one who'll arrest Inch in the end. But there's still a lot to do before that happens. No time for reading. Inch is watching the door. I need another way into the cabin. It happened pretty fast between us. Birds of a feather flock together, and he can be very charming. Normally I don't carry so many things around, but it would have been suspicious if I'd come aboard with nothing but a rucksack whilst pretending to be the daughter of a wealthy family. I got this necklace from my father. It's supposed to remind me that money isn't
Oh, I
the
bet
most
it looks
important
so
thing in life.
good.
If all you've got is this penny, as well as family and friends, then you're a very rich girl, he said. I'll take it with me.
What bullshit.
I don't like wearing hats, and I have to admit that the day in London when we shopped for Patricia Mayers was a lot of fun. I always try to, if my things were ever searched. As soon as I've swapped the...
Oh, necklace. Good to know.
I could jam the penny in and make a kind of improvised screwdriver. Why not?
I am a genius.
I jammed a penny in between...
What can I say? I discover things that I'm not supposed to. Got a message again. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let's use this screwdriver. Unscrew the cover.
Right.
We go. I am MacGyvering this shit.
That's it. I just hope that this is the right shaft.
Probably isn't, but whatever.
Here goes nothing.
Let's go. Bye bye.
Ah, Jakob Aust. I finally got you. I'll have them arrest you and justice will be done.
Can I be of assistance, madam?
Yes, you can get out of the way.
Shall I tidy up, madam?
No, it's time to celebrate.
Excellent. The coast is clear. It seems like she was searching for a specific photo, and that she actually found it. Jakob Aust. Now I've got you, she said. We got our hands on the list of passengers, but I don't recognize the name. Hundreds of black and white photos, many of them tinted. From the 20s and 30s, I guess. Ugh, I don't have time to deal with them. The mannequin could probably wear my clothes. As a child, when I got bored, The Baroness wrote something down and took the slip of paper with her. No. Inch said he hid the eye in the Baroness's luggage. He can't be certain that he'll have the chance to hide it again when we arrive in Cairo. Not even Adil would believe that this painting was an original. He was interested in art when we first met, but for him it was always about the content, not the technique. I had my work cut out teaching him to concentrate on the stroke, the material, and the signature of the artist. It's the only way to distinguish an original from a fake. I don't care who painted it as long as it speaks to me, he said. A perspective that, as an art thief, I can't share, but it's charming nonetheless. Far too many hiding places for a jewel. But Inch said something about a combination. That sounds like a little safe or a hidden compartment, and she wouldn't have something like that in her suitcase. No, the Baroness and Inch aren't working together. He wouldn't hide the jewel in her handbag.
Maybe he is.
I jammed a pen. Impressive for a quick drink on the go. More bottles. Might be the good stuff. Napkins and...
Why doesn't he leave? Fuck's sake, bro.
Gin, whiskey, liqueur, sherry, vodka. I wonder what the Baroness is running away from. Loneliness, disappointment, grief. Corkscrew, bottle opener, coaster, nothing else. What's that? A small leather strap. Aha! Well, then I should... Wait, what's that? A note. Nefertiti, Guernica, A.D., Buonarroti's Island. This could be a memory aid for the Baroness. And it would explain how Inch discovered the combination. I'm going to copy the hints. As I see it, I have to decipher these clues to find 3 of the symbols. Then I can guess the 4th. Well, Nefertiti was an Egyptian queen. The monogram and the 2 other clues aren't much help. I'd put money on the Eye of the Sphinx being behind this door. I don't think anyone would bet against me. The door is locked. To me, it looks like a combination lock. A good one, too. The door only opens when the right... There are outlines of animals. A dog, a cat, a bear, and a rooster. 8 symbols per cylinder. That... I've copied the hints into my diary. Maybe... I've copied... Maybe... If only... But whilst I... If only... But while... A suitable glass for every occasion. The Baroness probably I'm going to... I'd prefer to lock the door. But it's important. I must hurry.
No! Fuck's sake.
I'm going to That was close. Maybe it was a steward who checked whether everything was ready for the Baroness's nightly rest. Whoever it was, I should leave as fast as possible before someone comes back. What on earth is going on here? I don't like that. Is someone else after the eye as well? But even if that is the case, what does the audio tape have to do with it? I can't let it get to me. I have a job to do.
Okay, let's go. Bye-bye. Oh, fuck. Computer again. Ah! No. You're fine. Oh. Go downstairs now. Whew. Right.
It seems like Dr. Gebhardt was able to wrestle himself away from his work, but he still doesn't seem to be very relaxed. Quite the opposite. And why won't he go to the saloon?
The same shoes and the
Dr.
same
Gebhardt, getting some fresh air?
Oh, you could say that.
Do you know the Egyptian queen Nefertiti?
Yes. There is a famous bust of her.
Really? Tell me more.
No, I am sorry. I do not have time for that.
Does Guernica mean anything to you?
Now listen, young lady, I do not know what they told you, but just because I am German, I am not responsible for the crimes of my government.
Crimes? What are you talking about?
We obeyed orders, just like everybody else. Now leave me alone.
Do you know what the monogram AD stands for?
What?
A capital A with a small d below it.
Yes, I do. Will you leave me alone if I tell you what it means?
You know.
It is not just any monogram. It is the first. Albrecht Dürer, a German artist, signed all his works with it. He was the first artist to sign all of his work with a monogram. It was not common to do so before then.
Are you sure?
His wooden engravings were, and still are, printed billions of times in Germany.
Billions of times. You're exaggerating.
Not at all. His work appears on German marks.
And what?
That's enough. I told you what you wanted to know.
Dr. Gebhardt?
Yes?
Buonarroti.
No idea. Don't know him.
But
Try your luck somewhere else. And
I ought to be going.
thank...
What a mean man. And man.
Lady Westmacott?
Yes.
I hear you're well versed in Egyptian history, Lady Westmacott. Can you tell me anything about Nefertiti?
A queen. The main wife of Akhenaten.
Did she have a favorite animal?
What a strange question.
I, just heard that they really adore cats in ancient Egypt.
Well, that's true, but I don't know whether Nefertiti had any special affinity for animals.
Does Guernica mean anything to you?
Why are you asking me all these strange questions?
I'm curious. How shall I learn if I don't ask?
Pick up a book. Not really. I'm more interested in real life.
So, you don't know Albrecht Dürer?
Just because I'm not interested in art doesn't mean that I'm ignorant.
What can you tell me about him?
Books, my dear, books. In them, you'll find the answers to all your questions.
I bet you don't know anything about him.
Ah, you want to appeal to my honor. Too obvious, I'm afraid.
I saw a sign in Venice. It said Buonarroti. Do you know what it means?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Italian.
May I take my leave?
You may.
Okay.
The Baroness seems to have a reason to celebrate. The less I have to do with her, the better. Best if she doesn't even remember that I exist. Although, based on her alcohol
You
he's
can go
sweating
Soldier then.
profusely. I hope the crew doesn't take the captain.
Soldier.
Hello, Captain DeConti.
Miss Mayers, how nice to see you.
I was in my cabin.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Lovely concert, wasn't it?
You only heard the end. It was really wonderful.
All the more curious that Lady Westmacott embarrassed Mr. Kreutzer like that.
I have no idea what got into her. Maybe it's the privilege of famous people. When I was still a young sailor,
I think she's fascinating.
Lady Westmacott. Oh,
Do you know any more about her?
everything. I'm her biggest fan.
Where is she from?
Her father was a wealthy British salesman. She had an outstanding education.
I know how she feels.
Don't say that, my child.
Did Lady Westmacott's father marry again?
Yes, she made the headlines with her antics.
And her novels?
In interviews, she after some poems, the rest is history.
Although she doesn't receive the same deference.
That's true.
And what does an elderly lady like her want in Egypt?
I couldn't really say. He died a long time ago.
I heard something about a reception at the Egyptian Museum.
Yes, but I don't think she'd go to Cairo. Didn't participate in the literary scene either.
Is it true that you're a war hero? Mm-hmm. You're as old as you feel.
Oh, God.
Aren't you feeling well?
You shouldn't burden your pretty little head with the dark thoughts of an old man, my dear.
If you don't feel well, maybe you should take it easy.
I'm afraid if I take it easy, it'll kill me.
You seem to be a pessimist.
Fatty liver, asthma, gastritis, migraine. Those are what's been diagnosed so far.
Oh,
Forgive an old man.
you're still the captain of this...
Oh my
They
God.
couldn't just get rid of me.
Don't say that.
This ship runs fine without me.
Captain!
I'm sorry. I'd like to rest for a while.
Captain de...
Yes?
Do you know Nefertiti?
Is she a Greek queen?
No. She... Oh, never mind. Guernica, does that mean anything to you?
Not a harbor that I've ever docked at.
Ah, that's too bad. Do you know Albrecht Dürer?
Yes, an artist. Not bad.
For example?
For one, he wasn't Italian.
That's a pity.
You can say that again.
What else can you tell me about him?
I once overheard an argument on board between a German and a Spaniard about who elevated the woodcut to an art form, Albrecht Dürer or Alberto Durero. Eventually, they realized they were talking about the same man. Ha!
Albrecht Dürer is called Alberto Durero in Spain?
That's right. Don't ask me why.
Buonarroti. That sounds Italian, doesn't it?
Ha! You can say that again. Buonarroti is the name of the greatest artist of all time. Michelangelo Buonarroti. Just imagine, one man, an Italian, achieves perfection. His David is the most famous statue in the world.
And as a painter, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
The creation of Adam, the spark of life leads from God to Adam.
Yes, it is. The Sistine Chapel, Apostolic Palace, Vatican City.
Animals?
Oh, it's a game I used to play. My father posed me a riddle.
And Buonarroti's Adam was the hint? Maybe he meant Rome. According to legend, the founders of the city, Romulus and Remus, were raised by a she-wolf.
No, that's too vague. Does Vatican City have an animal on its coat of arms?
No.
And the Pope?
Every pope has his own emblem. But
You don't seem to like the new Pope. He just died recently.
he was a lion, and so was his heraldic animal.
For a Catholic, Buonarroti's Adam could be a mnemonic for the lion. A work of art hints at a coat of arms with a lion on it. I'm gonna go have a look around.
All right.
I don't know what. It must be. The lady is not. I shouldn't.
Go to the rear, go to the back side, go to the rear, go to the back. Are you still there? Yeah. Goodbye.
Dr. Gebhardt?
Yes?
I was talking to the captain.
I am sure you will understand that I cannot discuss the medical history of one of my patients with you.
What?
I didn't mean that.
I asked whether the captain is ill and you called him one of my patients.
What do you want?
I ought to be going.
Thank God.
Okay. Oh, maybe it means this.
The silhouette of New York and of a ship. Looks pretty official, with a coat of arms, flag, seal, and all the trappings. And the silhouette looks.
Looks.
I'll have to use my private if someone spots me. Very fine handy, but the doctor is upstairs. Yes. Maybe one of
Yes.
the crew whiled away the long nights at sea. Only someone with a lot of time.
No.
Maybe the art magazine will help
Ooh.
me with the symbols.
No.
Indeed. An article about the different works of art and how they survived the Second World War. And there's also a picture of the bust of Nefertiti. The unique Egyptian work of art was 1913. Second World War. Prevented from shipping the bust to the United States. Very glad. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So the bust and which animal is on the city's coat of arms? I just need one more animal.
Why do you need all of them? Or you just guess the last one? It's not that hard, right?
A deal?
In the shower.
I found this.
Oh, brilliant. And the jewel?
I'm working on it. A deal?
Yes?
I almost got caught in the Baroness's cabin.
What happened?
I don't know. A man came in and I just had time to hide under the bed.
Maybe it was a steward who came to clean the cabin?
And turn on a tape recorder in the cupboard?
Huh. Maybe it was Inch.
There was nothing on the tape. It was playing, but I didn't hear anything.
Don't bother your pretty little head about it. Swap the eye and hurry back.
I don't think your surprise will really surprise me. The secret compartment is secured with a combination lock.
Is there any way in?
Not without leaving evidence. I need the combination.
Are there any hints?
A memory aid consisting of several works of art. There are animals on the lock.
The works of art might hint at...
You don't say, genius. I've already got that. About the combination.
Yes?
Guernica. Sounds Spanish, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a city in the Basque region.
Does it have a heraldic animal? Or maybe the region has one?
I don't know. I've never been there. I just know it because the city was bombed by the Nazis during the span...
Nazis?
Well, not officially. At the request of General Franco, his friends from Germany, Picasso immortalized the bombing in his famous
Really? Is it on
Silly. As long as Franco is in charge, he won't allow that.
Where is it?
Oh, no idea. Paris, maybe?
Maybe doesn't help me much. Alberto Durero.
What about him?
What's his most famous work?
Hard to say. He did...
The Baroness left his monogram as a hint, not the name of one of his artworks. So there must be a painting that everyone associates with him.
Not to my knowledge. Although he did have a favorite motif.
And that was...
himself. He made quite a few self-portraits.
That's it. The artist is the art.
Sounds logical. His most famous self-portrait is in the Prado in Madrid. I saw...
Does Madrid have something like a heraldic animal?
Sure, it's a bear. It's on the coat of arms and all over the city.
A bear again? Like in Berlin?
Why not? The same numbers appear more than once on normal combination locks.
That's true. The bear then. That's it. 3 animals are all I need.
Woo!
I can guess the 4th. But I could try to find the 4th symbol anyway, just to be sure. I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
I'm good. Nah, I can just guess the 4th one. Right? Yeah. Sure. Yada 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 yada. It's like her speed running through conversations is so funny to do. It's like let's go. Whee!
Oh my god. Baroness von Tribbets? Are you okay? Hello? Baroness? Hello?
Oh, God.
Adele.
What happened?
The Baroness. Blood everywhere.
But who?
I don't know. Inch?
That doesn't make any sense.
Don't move. Zellner, up here. We've got our shadow. How are you?
I do nothing. Me crew.
Sure you are. What are you doing here?
Just fresh air.
Sure. You just want... Zellner, look who we have here.
Well, if that's...
And our...
Were you recently traveling via trunk?
Nothing.
He claims to be part of the crew. Just wanted to...
Oh, sure. And you obviously didn't attack me either, did you?
The Baroness won't open the door, sir.
We'll talk later, my friend.
Sheesh. Very strict man.
What is? Did nothing.
Inspector Legrand thinks otherwise. Move!
But I have... Gunshot!
I know that! Get moving! Into the cell!
Ah! Hello? It wasn't my fault.
What wasn't your fault? That you were walking around the ship? That you let them catch you? That you endangered the whole plan? That you endangered me?
I didn't kill anyone. They arrested me purely by coincidence. I mean, someone was killed, weren't... Why won't you answer? What happened last night?
The Baroness was murdered.
Did...
No. If it were up to me, instead, someone shot the old bat in the heart,
Are we calling it off?
No. Mr. X is ready, and as her surviving representative, I should be able to move about freely in the museum.
How did you get in here?
I'm more than capable of finding the entrance to a cargo hold. Indeed, it was child's play. It's not as though I had to crawl through ventilation shafts or anything so gauche.
So, what do we do now? I could escape and...
Swim to Cairo. They'll arrest you in Cairo and question you about the murder. Even if they don't throw you in jail, it'll take days.
And if we find the murderer, then they'd have no reason to hold me.
Oh, I'm one step ahead of you.
Nervous? I would be if I were you.
This Zellner chap wasn't part of the plan. I don't like it.
He's groping about in the dark. Legrand is the real problem.
Still, I'm going to take him out of the picture.
How?
Dr. Gebhardt killed the Baroness. A clever old man, but not clever enough to keep me from finding out.
So you just have to tip Legrand off, and then I'm as good as free.
That's what I thought at first, but then I thought, why waste the opportunity? I put Zellner on the trail of the good doctor. He'll drive Gebhardt into a corner, and when he lashes out in desperation, he might hit our Swiss friend. Maybe even Legrand if we're...
You can't do that. The old fella's just doing his job.
And so am I.
Inch. Enough blood has been shed. Inch. No more deaths. Damn! I have to get out of here and warn Constable Zellner. Huh. Lock looks pretty modern. Needs a small key. Like everything else on this ship, but they're still much too strong for me to kick. Someone should move that board before the nail gets stepped on. Someone should... Ugh, they're really spoiling me with this cup of metallic-tasting water. Tossing the cup onto the nail from here would be a real all-star performance, but there's no audience to admire my skill. I've seen movies in which the prisoners called their guards like this, but it wouldn't help. I can't explain the situation to the Bobby without endangering the whole plan. I guess this cage is some kind of detention cell for the crew. It's not the most impregnable prison in the world, but I didn't sleep a wink last night. All I could think of was Alex. The blanket got caught on the nail. A A board and a nail. Huh. If I were able to hammer the nail flat, it'd probably fit in the keyhole. I think it's working. Ha! One down. I'll hang it back on the frame. If I'm lucky, no one will notice my escape.
I'm a strong man.
I assume that Deputy Al... The crane is for moving cargo from A to B. What's this? Whoa, heavy. Everything's a bit bigger and heavier on a ship, pulleys included. I can't reach the hook. Huh. A ring set into the floor. You could attach ropes or chains to it. It's set into the floor to keep... Huh. You could attach... It's set into... The crane... Huh. A grate. Sunlight's shining through it. And above it, a bent pipe. This could be my way... The bars are... Huh. And now... I don't think that... A good height for attaching... A good height... Huh. Huh. You could attach... It's set... A relative...
That was a waste of time.
Not a chance. And fast. Dr. I can't reach the... Before I looked, it was a... I can't use...
Wait.
There's nothing in... As soon as Velo... Fire... These hoses...
Oh. Where the fuck are you going?
There's no room...
Stop.
No, that won't work. I don't think that was the solution.
No, it wasn't. It is. No? It is.
No, that doesn't make... No, that won't work. No, that doesn't make...
What do you mean it makes no sense? There we go.
Huh. No, that doesn't make... No, that... That's not gonna get... That's not gonna get me anywhere. No, that doesn't... These hose... I tied the hose to the hook. I tied the... Huh. You could attach... It's set...
What? Okay. Sure.
I'm sure the crane still works.
Wait, what? Sure.
Here goes nothing.
What?
Louder than... With luck, I'll be able to warn the others about the doctor before it's too late.
Wee.
I could do this all day.
Same here too, buddy. Off you go.
No! Hey, you all right? That bastard didn't inject the fatal dose. You'll be back on your feet soon enough. Better take it easy while I... Oh... I'll be right back.
But until next time, goodbye.